Yo, what's up, you guys, and welcome back to the channel. It's been a minute since I've said that. It has been a minute. I'm back, obviously, and before we even get into this video, before you're too invested, I just want to say this is not going to be a fishing video. I know my channel is built off of like fishing and fishing content, but this is mainly just like a quick little, I guess, story time. I felt weird just coming back and posting straight fishing content, like hey, nothing ever happened, because a lot happened, man, a lot. And I guess maybe I'm making this video for me, just to explain myself, or talk about where I've been, why I left, why I was gone so long, and what brought me back here. So if you're interested in that, or about my life and what was going on, stick around. But if you're not, no hard feelings, go watch another video. So yeah, let's backtrack a little bit here. When I quit doing YouTube, or quit fishing in general, it was at a weird time. It was like a weird spot in the fishing times for me. It was my first season really going at it, getting after it, and trying to fish and make this YouTube thing a possibility for me. And I guess real quick before we even go into this part of the story, I should say I heard a quote the other day. That's the whole reason I'm even back here, is because I was just thinking a lot about this quote that I heard, and it was it's a quote of a quote that I'm going to give you guys, because I heard Joe Rogan quote another guy. I don't know who the guy is, but he basically said the hardest thing that you've been through is the hardest thing that you've been through. And they talked about it to go into more detail. Basically, if you've lived a pretty easy life, the hardest thing to you is the hardest thing to you. And it's easy to try and tell yourself like, oh, this isn't so bad. But if it is the worst thing you've been through, then it is that bad for you. And well, I've had a pretty smooth life, man. My parents worked really hard. My dad spent 20 something years in the Marine Corps, working hard to make sure that me, my brother, and my sister had great opportunities. And because of that, my life has always been pretty chill, pretty easy. And when it got down to time to go out and do the fishing, and when the going got tough, when fishing was hot, it's hot in the summer, I was in the Salty PDL, which was not a great kayak for what we do. And you're grinding out there, you're not catching fish, you're trying to get these videos and you want to make it happen. It became a job, and it became tough to me. It was tough, and I took it for granted, and I was like, I don't want to do this. And just the way life works, man, it was the perfect timing to catch COVID. So literally all of this is going on. I'm in the Salty, I'm not enjoying myself fishing. It's turning into like, I have to go fish to get these videos, even though I don't want to be out there in the heat today, and I know the fish probably aren't going to be there. I caught COVID during all of that, and so that put me out of fishing for a little bit, and I was pretty sick for about a week. But after that, it was kind of like residual sickness. I could have got back in the water, but I didn't. And that was because I found gaming. So I was sick, I was at home, and I was on the game with my friends, and in a time where I'm not really enjoying what I'm doing, fishing and working towards that YouTube stuff, I found something that I was having so much fun. Like, it was the first time in a while that I was like, man, this is fun. Like, I'm enjoying this. And like you do, I made a very poor decision. I decided that I was going to go into debt to buy I think $4,000. I got it on sale Memorial Day. But I went into debt to buy this PC to game and start a gaming channel. And it was there was a new game out. It was going to be the next big thing. And I wanted to strike while the iron was hot, so I went full in it. And the game failed. I've got a $3,000 PC that I was trying to make money off of and make a YouTube channel. But I failed. I failed miserably. And, instead of rolling with that and just saying, you know what, this game didn't work out, we can find a different game, I handled it horribly. I gave up, man, and it wasn't great. That moved into like the holidays. It was probably October time frame. We go through the holidays, spending time with my family, and I'm editing the whole time for my dad. Like, I'm still making money and stuff, but I was in a bad spot, I guess, mentally. I'm not like depressed or anything, but I just wasn't we all want something to do, right? That's why we work. That's why we have hobbies. We want something to do. And I was just kind of gaming with no goal, with no sight in mind. I didn't want to, I don't know. My channel failed and I felt bad, and I let that go on till about January. And I think in January timeframe, I had gained a bunch of weight over the holidays, just sitting around gaming. I'm not going out fishing. I'm not doing much of anything, and I felt really bad about myself, man. And I started working out, which is great. That helped me a lot. It gave me a bunch of confidence. It gave me something to do, something to focus on. So I focused on that for a couple months, man. And I was doing really good, and I was like, you know what? I'm making money on this YouTube thing, editing for my dad, but I want more money. And so I decided to take up a job, man. And going into it, I was really excited. I'm like, man, I'm gonna be making $16.50 an hour. I'm gonna be, working, doing good. And about 2 months in, it clicked. It clicked for me that why my dad goes through, fishing all day long to catch one or two fish, to produce a video, and working really hard to, get this going. Despite all the crap, because it wasn't that bad. It's not that bad, dude. And looking back on it, I wish I never would have stopped. I wish I would have sucked it up and stopped being a baby. But I had to go find out for myself why it's not that bad. And hats off to everyone out there who works, because man, unless you really truly love your job, that sucks. I worked at Amazon, man, and I didn't love delivering packages all day. Spending 12 hours a day at your work. You wake up in the morning. You're not at work, but you might as well be, because your whole life is geared towards that. You're getting ready for work, and it literally took over my life pretty much. I'm working 5 days out of the week, 2 days off, and on those 2 days, I don't want to do anything but hang out and just relax, because I know I'm going right back. And that was rough. And I didn't like it at all. And I told myself, I don't care if I'm not making as much money on YouTube. I've got this opportunity to grow it. I'm not going to be making that much, but it will grow eventually. And I'm going to take that instead of working and hating life, because it took over everything. Like I said, I was working out and all that good stuff. That all came to an end because I'm working all day. I get off, and it's 8 o'clock at night. I've just spent all day driving and running from the van to houses, delivering packages. I didn't want to work out. I didn't feel up to it. And I could have forced myself. I could have handled it better, but I didn't. And I feel like most people don't. And that's what's pretty much put me back into this space right now where, I want to make this YouTube thing work. And I don't think it's that big of an issue. Like, old me really in my head thought, dang, I've got to go fishing this morning. I'm going to be out here for 4 or 5 hours, and then I got to go home and edit 2 whole videos. And it's like, in the grand scheme of things, that's about 4 to 5 hours of tough work, air quotes around that. I mean, because it is pretty tough when you're push pulling out in the hot Texas sun. You're getting sweaty, you're getting muddy, there's bugs and all of that. But at the end of the day, I'm enjoying myself. I'm out spending time with my dad. Not unlimited time there. That's very finite. We don't get a lot of that. And I'm fishing. I mean, how could you? I honestly look back on myself with I guess resenting myself. Like, why did you ever even stop? And well, I learned the hard way that that's you don't stop doing that because the other option is horrible. You spend all of your time doing something you absolutely don't want to do, and it's just again, I can completely understand why everyone enjoys their time on the water now, because you're working all week and this is your weekend. You get that one shot to go out with your friends or by yourself and just enjoy your time, out there being peaceful in nature and stuff. And yeah, so I'm back, and that's pretty much the full story, man. I thought it was tough doing that, and it's so stupid. It's so stupid, and I'm glad that, I wish it didn't take me going and getting a job and spending 5 months of my life not enjoying it at all. But, the money was good. The money was good, and I paid off a little bit of this PC, but now I'm done with the Amazon thing. It's not a great gig. If you're looking at it, you know, it's good for a little bit, not for a long time. And moving forward, we're gonna be doing a lot of different things. I feel like one thing that, you know, behind the scenes, besides the fact that, you know, the going got tough, there's a couple things that I don't like about the whole YouTube thing. Is it's like my dad does the fishing YouTube, so it kind of feels like I'm like biting off of him, and I kind of am. So going into it, I want to kind of go on my own fishing journey experience. I don't really know what you would call it, but I want to do things my way. I kind of just picked up and took what my dad had given me, without ever learning anything on my own. I just kind of used his experience to my own self without experimenting with what I think and creating my own ways to do things. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna buy my own rods and reels. I'm gonna figure things out on my own, and I want to kind of create my own style of fishing, not necessarily just be a part two of MDLR. You know what I mean? Because that's no fun. I don't want to be that guy. So we're gonna do that, and I've got some cool ideas planned that I want to do, like challenges and fun little things that just keep fishing, you know, fun. Because if you're just going out grinding, like I said, it does get boring, and it just turns fishing into a job, which it isn't. You know, have fun with it. That's the whole point, is to go out and have fun, so you guys can see someone and watching them having fun. Because I mean, yeah, I don't know, life's rough. But that's pretty much it for this video. Yeah, I would say I hope you guys enjoy it, but I guess I hope you did, regardless of the video. I don't even know who's going to be watching this, to be honest. I'm really, like I said, I'm making this for me, because I wanted to explain everything and have something before I just jump right back into fishing stuff. But anyways, yeah, I do hope you did enjoy it, and if you did, hit the like button, drop a subscribe, because we are coming back better than ever. We're gonna be doing big things, and yeah, I hope you guys have a great rest of y'all's day. Peace.